Fast-forwarding ideas results in fresh and challenging thinking. We're already seeing consumers across the world reluctant to touch surfaces. Will this reticence turbocharge the triangulation of visual computing, powerful algorithms, voice technologies to create a new generation of digital out-of-home screens? I asked Jose Avalos, Vice President, Internet of Things Group and General Manager of Vertical Markets of Intel, to help us understand more. Well, Jose, thank you very much indeed for joining us. It's always a pleasure to hear you.
David, thank you for having me.
Now, what we're seeing, I think, around the world at the moment is people are really going to put their foot on the accelerator of actually accelerating their own digital transformation within their businesses and the way in which they engage with their customers. So what's Intel doing to help that acceleration happen?
David, Intel is investing to drive and accelerate digital transformation across many industries. As you know, from retail to banking, hospitality, restaurants, education, healthcare, transportation, manufacturing, and smart cities, just to mention a few. And with the advent of COVID, what we are seeing is that consumers are becoming aware and endorsing digital transformation. So we're currently seeing an acceleration of technology trends around artificial intelligence, analytics, and virtualization. If we look at, for example, robots today are playing a very big role in the fight against COVID. We see robots that are being utilized to distribute supplies in hospitals to reduce infection rates. We see robots integrating ultraviolet light that can be used to kill bacteria, and those robots are being deployed in transportation venues. We see hospitals and doctors using remote management technology to monitor patients remotely. We at Intel are creating platform technologies that can address new needs for digital experiences, such as contactless kiosks, for example, for banks, airports, and hospitals. And we're using new technologies, technologies such as voice, gesture, seamless payments. In summary, Intel is utilizing technology innovation to drive digital transformation across many industries.
Now, what other trends do you see at Intel that is going to manifest themselves in the Internet of Things age? I mean, we've already seen in our rankings for 2020, the first IoT ecosystem brand coming from Hire. But how do you see the other trends within the Internet of Things developing?
You know, that's really interesting. That's a really interesting question, David, and I'm glad you asked. As I mentioned, you know, globally, the big trend is that consumers are aware of digital transformation now, and because of COVID, they have totally embraced it. So if you're a company that is in the border of considering digital transportation, you just got to get on with it.
Jose Avalos, Intel, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you, David. Thank you for having me, and thank you for the long collaboration between our companies over the last 10 years. Really appreciate it.